All right, we're talking about technology and how to use into residual income. Let's bring it all together so you can grow your time back and you can grow your income. I set a goal for myself previously as I was building the team in 2013. How do I take my earned income, break it down to 25% of my income coming in as residual income that I make off my team? 75% of the earned income that I make comes from what my efforts are. 25% of the residual income and efforts come from my team. 75% of the income and efforts come from me. How do I do that? How did I do that? If you make $1 million a year now, then that means $250,000 of income that you receive is residual from your team. You're the rainmaker, you brought in the relationships. Now you hired loan officer assistants that became production partners and grew a relationship with that realtor while you keep them under your umbrella and you're making an income off them. Keep that in mind that as your team, you're handing back, your team's earning back the opportunity to make more money. That gives you back your time. You can buy your time. That's the mindset I want you to have here. If you have a 25% mindset, you're buying back your time by giving your team opportunities to buy back your income and your time. How many referral partners do you need for them to be able to get to manage where they can manage a relationship from A to Z? So think about that. If you've got 5 partners right now, realtor partners right now, or CPAs, whatever you've got, referral partners. If you've got 5 referral partners, but you need to be able to build 25% residual income from your team, you're probably gonna need to go from 5 to 7 or 8. So that now you've got to go on the offense. But 2 or 3 of those relationships that you've already built, your loan officer assistant or production partner's got a great relationship with. They start doing the lead apps. They start doing the high trust calls. They start doing the total cost analysis, the mortgage coach. They start handling the loan from A to Z while you're making the residual income and you guys are splitting the pie. Think of that as the mindset of like, that's where you really want to build residual income. Now, let's go to the 50%. So I set a goal for my team to go to 50% residual income around 2019. So that meant 50% of my income came from my team's efforts, 50% of my income came from my efforts. Let's just take the same analogy of $1 million a year. If you've got $1 million a year in income coming in, that's $500,000 that comes from your team as a residual income, and that's only $500,000 that comes from you as earned income. So now you're 50-50. Now you're in a position where you're making $500,000 residual income from your team. Now you're making $500,000 of residual income from your team. As you look at that understanding and you look at that mindset and you start looking through those lenses, if those numbers are too big, cool, take away 0. Just do $50,000 here and $50,000 here, whatever your number is. The most important thing is the ratios. As your team grows, as you grow, as you get better at your craft, you're going to do more production. If you don't start delegating referral partners to your team or delegating responsibilities to your team, you're going to lose scalability. You're going to hit a ceiling. You're not going to be able to accomplish the next level goals that you want to do. So the mindset I want you to have is as you're building this and as you're going down this path, you are in control of your future. You have the ability to turn an earned income industry into a passive income industry by building a team around you to be able to accomplish the standards because they're using your systems that allows them to save you time, make you more money, and less stress. One of the most important keys for all this to happen and for you not to get fired by a realtor, fired by a client, a current client, because your standards have decreased, is you understanding what your standards are, creating a model around or a system around your standards to your vision. What does your brand stand for? What does your client's experience look like that you want them to feel and have that impact? As I set a goal in 2021 that 100% of my income comes from residual income from my team, I got it completely out of production. Never did a lead app, never did a high trust call, never did a mortgage coach, never locked a loan in, never did anything on a loan, even 911's fixing the files whatsoever. As I did that, what happened? We go from $150 million in 2021 to 2022 over $200 million a year in loans. Once I stepped out and I was laser focused on doing one thing and one thing only, making it rain with the referral partners, 2020, $100 million. 2021, $150 million. 2022, $200 million and beyond, because I do now what I do best, which is relationships, coaching and mentoring and attracting referral partners My team now does what they do best, managing a loan from A to Z, figuring out problems, problem solving, and relationship with the borrowers. The same analogy, I'm making $1 million a year in income, a little more than that, but making a little bit more than $1 million a year in income, residual income from my team while I do what I do best, which has made me the rainmaker. But this is something, as you've noticed, I just built over time. This wasn't something that I did overnight. This wasn't a 10-week thing. It wasn't a 10-month thing. It took me 10 years. It might take you 5, and you might not want to do this, but you want to go towards this progression. So what I want to talk about is not only all the great things about leverage, where can leverage go wrong, and I'll see you on the next video.